Okay, can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Let me try to. Okay, so good evening, anyone. How are you today?
Good
Hello.
evening, ma'am.
Okay, so let me share the slide already. Okay, so we will continue about last lesson. It's about speaking test. Okay, for challenge 5. So I know that speaking test also requires good reading and listening skills. What can I do to help improve my understanding? Okay, so the first one for the solution, you will need to read it quickly or scan text to find specific information during the test. Practice scanning schedule, menus, price list, advertisement, invoice, and similar things in English for specific information. Okay. Or you can switch your favorite everything related with internet into the English version. Sometimes you can choose the language, right? So you can switch it into English for the subtitle. And then you can do search for the text like this and then scanning and then time yourself to find and scan the specific types of information. And then you can go back and check your answers by reading more slowly and carefully. So this will help you to find information quickly and report it accurately. So that's the things that you can do to solve the problem. How about to improve your understanding? Okay, so next one. Okay, so we will discuss about the restaurant menu. Okay, maybe all of you, of course, you are already familiar with the restaurant. The first thing you can find the most expensive item on the menu, the least expensive item, and then two kinds of dessert, a seafood dish, the restaurant's opening and closing times. And then for a train schedule, you can find the departure time and the earliest train, the departure time of the latest train, and then the names of the city and the road, information about how to purchase ticket. And then for theaters, everything related with the performance. Okay, and then conference. Okay, so have you ever been to the have you ever watched the movie at the theater? Yes. Ray Ferdinand, have
Yes,
you ever been to the movie? Yes.
yes, I have.
Okay, so what kind of thing that do you want to know if you come to the theater? What you are trying to find?
Times for performance of the movie, where when the movie start, when the theater open, and what kind of movie that playing on the theater that day.
Okay, and then the name of the performer and then conference schedule and so on. Okay, so let's see. Can you help me to write down on the chat? So I want 3 students. Start with Ray. Who do you want to choose? Choose 2 classmates. Choose 2 classmates. Okay, who you have chosen?
I choose Yuan and Tanya.
Okay, Yuan and Tanya. Okay, so can you help me to write down on the chat? Okay, so the first one will be Ferdinand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I already written down your name and then Yuan and then Tanya, right? So start with Ferdinand first. Write down the title of the movie you want to watch. And then the starting time and finishing time. So you have to type the title of the movie. And then starting time. And then the finishing time. The same with Tanya and also Yuan. Please write it down. So choose one title of the movie and then type the starting time. For example, starting time 5 p.m. The duration will be 2 hours. So it ends at 7 p.m. For example, anything. It could be at in a.m. or p.m. Okay. The Moon Night? Sure. Okay, very good. Next one. Follow with Tanya and also Yuan. Okay. So Yuan and Tanya, are you with us? Both of you? Okay, so I'm waiting. Please write it down for another student. Okay, so where is Ferdinand? Sorry, Ferdinand has written down. Okay, Batman. Thank you, Yuan. And also Tania. Okay. Where is Tania? Okay, while waiting for Tania, I will go to Ferdinand first. So thank you. So you have typed about the title of the movie, The Moon Night. Okay. So starting time 5 past 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. Are you sure? Oh, sorry. 5 past 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. Okay. And then the Batman, Yuan, 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Okay, thank you. Okay. So it will be related with number 3, right? The theater schedule, find the times for performance on particular date. Okay, can you write down? Okay, no need to write down the date. So we will go to the types of the performance schedule and then the name of the star performer and then information about how to purchase ticket. Oh, before we go further, of course, the first one we want to know about the duration and also the title. Okay, so what kind of movie is it? The Moon Night. What kind of movie is it? Ray? Ferdinand? Hello? Ferdinand, can you hear me? Ferdinand? Okay, what Yuan? Can you hear me? Oh, superhero movie. Okay, I see. Okay. How about the Batman? It will be superhero movie too?
It's a superhero movie too, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so start with the starting time. The starting time. Okay, so if we want to know about the starting time, how do we ask? We want to know about the starting time. How do we ask? Let me help you. What? Okay, let me help you. What? What?
Time does
Okay. What time? What time? The movie. What time? What time? The movie. And then one again. What time? The movie. Let me help you. What time? Okay. What time? The movie. How many movie? The Moon Knight. How many movie? One.
One.
One. So, what time? The movie starts, because you want to ask about the starting time. What time? What is in here? What time?
What time the Moon Knight movie start?
Okay. What time does the movie start? So because the movie just one, we use the movie. So like this, let me type it. What time does the movie start? Okay, so can you see it? Well, what time does the movie start? We can say what time or when for asking about the time. The first one, the times for performance. What time does the movie start? We say the movie. Why? Because the Moon Knight just one movie. One time does the movie start? Start in here verb one. Okay, we use does. Why? Because start is a verb. Okay, so what time does the movie start? And then the answer is the movie. The movie what? The movie?
The movie starts at
Okay, start with S or no S?
starts with S.
Okay, the movie starts at what time? Let me see. At 5:03 p.m. Right?
3 past 5. Yes.
Yes, because your friend has written down 15:05. In English, we call it 5:03, right? 5:03 until 5 p.m. Okay, so the movie start at 5:03 p.m. Now we want to know about the finishing time. If the first one, what time does the movie start? If finish, how do we ask? What time does? We want to know about the finishing time. What time does the movie
Finish.
finish? Excellent. And then the answer is? The answer is?
The movie finishes.
Okay. The movie finish or finishes?
Finishes.
Excellent. The movie finishes at, let me see, at 5 p.m. Okay, so we can use this for schedule. It could be for, we can use it for opening and closing time. In here, if you see in here, the movie start, and the movie start in here using verb one. So this is present simple. The grammar in here, present simple. Why? Because we use verb one. So present simple, we use it for everything that we do it regularly. And with the schedule that regularly the same from day to day. For example, the opening and closing time for bookstore, for example. What time does the bookstore open, for example? It opens at 6 a.m., for example. What time does the bookstore close? It closes at 7 p.m., for example. So it for starting and finishing time, we can use it for movie or theater schedule, or also for the conference schedule. For example, what time does the conference start? It starts at 9 a.m. What time does the conference finish? It finishes at 5 p.m., for example. What's the date of the conference? The date is, or it is December 15, 2022, for example. So we use all of them for scheduling for, let me see, let's go back from the chat, yeah, from the chat and here. So for train schedule, for example, so if for train schedule, it will be different. Train schedule for number 2. Train schedule. Train schedule, we call it departure time of the earliest train and departure time of the latest train. So if for schedule for the train, we use leave and arrive. What time does the train leave? What time does the train leave? The answer is it. What? It leaves.
It leaves at
With S. At, for example, 8 a.m., for example. And then leave and then arrive, right? So what time does the train arrive? The answer is it arrives with S, right? At 10 a.m., for example. Do you get the point? Yes? So we use all of them for something, for schedule, for opening and closing time. So we can use present simple here for asking and talking, for asking about starting and finishing time. Asking about starting and finishing time. So what time does the train leave? It leaves at 8 a.m. What time does the train arrive? It arrives at 10 a.m. Now let me explain again about the theater schedule, for example. You want to know about the schedule of the movie. So what time does the movie start? It starts at 5 p.m. What time does the movie finish? It finishes at 7 p.m. And then conference schedule. What time does the workshop start? It starts at 8 a.m. What time does the workshop finish? It finishes at 10 p.m. If the workshop's more than one and it will be parallel, so you can say, what time do the workshops start? So if more than one, we use do. I, you, we, they, we use do. She and he, we use does. We use do or does if we talk about the verb, because this is open and close, it is verb. Do you get the point? Still confused, maybe? Hello? Hello? Anyone?
Still confused, ma'am.
Which part? Which part?
When is the the word do and does is used gimana pakainya waktu do, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So let me write it down. Okay, let's start with the Batman. How many movie? Just one, right? In one theater, just one. The Batman, how many movie? One, right? One means singular. Okay. Yes. So we use to if the movie. Sorry. To the movie. Sorry. The movie we use does. Okay. We use to if the movie more than one. Can you get the point?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So what time does the movie start? This is like the movie is so singular, right? We use does. What time does the movie start? But if more than one, what time do the movies start? Okay. And it's all with verb one. Okay. And then, for example, workshop. Workshop, yeah, if you're still confused. Workshop. This is just one, right? A workshop, right? If workshop, singular, we use do or does?
Does.
Excellent, because just one. So, what time does, what time does the workshop start? Okay, because this is does, so the answer is the workshop start or starts with S or no S?
Starts.
Yes. So if it's does, you add the S into the verb. So with S, starts at 9 a.m. Okay, so the same question. If answer my question, I will tap the question. What time do the movies more than one plural start? The answer is the movies start with S or no S? The verb with S or no S?
No S.
No S. Why? Because do.
Sama.
Okay. Well, the movies start at 9 a.m. So if you pay attention, if it's singular, the verb with S. The workshop starts at 9 a.m. Why? Because what time does the workshop start? But if more than one, what time do the movies start? The answer is the movies start with no S. Why? Because do. Okay, do you get the point? Okay, so when you read the movie start at 9 a.m., start verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3? Hello, student? Verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3? Start and here.
Verb 1.
Excellent. Okay, let's help Miss Desi to mention. If start verb 1, start, right? If verb 2?
Started.
Very good. Verb 3?
Started.
Very good. So if the sentence with verb 1, it must be something that regular or routine. For example, I study English at 8 p.m. every day. Okay, every day routine or not? Routine or not? Yes, means that every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It must be routine. That's why, because this is routine, we use I study, verb 1. So when you say, I go to bed at 8 a.m. means that because I and then verb 1 means that you go to bed every day at 9 p.m. If you say, I go to Matos once in a week. Nah, if you mention, I go verb 1 to Matos once in a week. Once in a week, it's routine. Oh, so it's routine and then verb 1. So it must be present simple. So if you mention in the test, yeah, you can see something that regular, and then you see the verb. The correct form must be verb 1. I go to the theater once in a month. Not I am going to the theater once a month. No. Or I have gone to the theater once in a month. No, it's wrong. The right one, I go to theater once in a month. Why? Because once in a month, it means regular. That's why I say I go. The same with the schedule. What time does the theater start? It starts at 8 a.m., for example. What time does the movie start? What time does the shop open? What time does my class finish? It finishes at 9 p.m. So answer my question. What time does my English class start? We can say it. It starts at 8. Hello, my class. What time does my English class start? It starts at
8
8
p.m.
8 p.m. And then answer my question. What time does my English class finish? 8?
It
It
finishes
finishes
at 9 p.m.
at 9 p.m.
Excellent. So when I say what time does my class start, because my class just one, you can change the class with it. Okay. What time does the class start? Because the class just one, you can say the class starts at 8 p.m. or it starts at 8 p.m. Okay. Still confused? Hello? Okay. So if you want to answer correctly, you have to listen carefully to the question. So you will notice from right now, if for scheduling, it must be with present simple because it's starting and finishing time. Or your daily routine, your job description at work, everything that routine all with verb 1 using present simple. So the meaning I go to school and I am going to school, it will be different. Why? Because it's present simple and present continuous. It will have different meaning. Okay, so now let's go back to the slide. So for the theater menu, you can find the most expensive item on the menu. Okay, so let me write down, for example, for the menu. The menu, for example, menu A, it will be 500,000, for example. The menu B, 10,000. And then the menu C, it will be 1,500,000. So which one is the most expensive? Menu A, B, or C? 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Which one is the most expensive?
C, Miss.
C. So when you say the most expensive, it must be choices for more than one. Why? Because this is superlative. If superlative, we use the most. and then you say expensive. For example, who is the smartest student in this classroom? If you say the smartest from 10 students, for example, you choose one. Student A is the smartest student in the class. Okay, smart, that's one syllable. That's why we use AS for superlative. Let me write it down if you're confused. Do you know the difference between superlative and comparative? Anyone knows?
I know.
Okay, thank you. So you can help me then. We discuss about the comparative and then versus superlative. Okay, we compare first. For example, product A. Product B. Okay, we do the comparative first. Which one we use more expensive? Can you make sentence using more expensive?
I think I can't because the price is the same.
Okay, thank you, because it's the same. How if I change it into, okay, how about this? You can use more expensive.
Product B is more expensive than product A.
Excellent. Okay, product B is more expensive than product A. We use more expensive. Why? Because it's more than syllable. If we compare, we use more. Now let's go for superlative. Product A 5,000, product B 10,000, and then product C 15,000. Can you make sentence with the most expensive? Can you help me? Anyone?
Product C is the most expensive product.
Excellent. Why? Because we choose one. So this is comparative with superlative. Okay, can you help me using okay, superlative first. We use most or EST. Okay, I will give you the word and then you choose. This is, for example, smart, smartest, or most smart. For example, is smart. Smart?
Smartest.
Excellent. Difficult.
The most difficult.
Excellent. Why? Because difficult. 3 syllable. We use most. Okay. Handsome.
Most.
Handsome.
Okay. Light.
Lightest.
Lightest. Very good. Now we use comparative. Okay, we use comparative. We use more or ER, right?
ER.
Yeah, ER. Heavy.
Heavier.
Heavier. Very good. Pretty.
Prettier.
Excellent, because 1 syllable. Tiny.
Tinier.
Tinier. Thick.
Thicker.
Okay. Stunning.
More stunning.
Excellent, this class. So if you more than 2 syllables, you add more. So you have to memorize this. Why? Because we use this for comparative and Superlative. Okay, give applause for yourself. Thank you. So when you see the restaurant, if you want to speak, the most expensive item on the menu is menu A, for example. The least expensive item on the menu is menu B. And then you can discuss about opening and closing time. The restaurants, if more than one, yeah, if more restaurants, this is for if just one. What time does the restaurant open? It opens at 8 a.m. What time does the restaurant close? It closes at 5 p.m. So you can remember if it's singular, we can change it into it, right? The verb must be with s. This is like you have to bear on your mind. If must be it is, right? If it is, it must be verb with s. That's the easiest thing. Okay, can you get the point? Okay, so when someone asks you for speaking, you always go back to the information. And then you explain about departure time and then teacher schedule and about everything. Okay, next one. Okay, do you know take a nap? Anyone? Can you explain me about take a nap? What is take a nap? Anyone knows?
Tidur siang, ma'am.
Okay, now think about take a nap. I will practice. Sorry, we will practice about listening. Please kindly wait for a moment. I will try to find the listening first. I will stop sharing first. My video off. How come? I just realized that I off. Okay, sorry. I just realized when I want to stop share my screen, and then finally there is my face. It doesn't appear to the screen. So okay, let's see the audio. Please kindly wait for a moment.
Story 1, Dream Jackpot. Page 2, Good News, Bad News, Exercise 1. Two people are talking about the story. Listen to the story, then check the best question.
A woman from Oakland, California dreamed of money pouring out of a slot machine, then drove to Nevada and hit the $1 million slot machine jackpot. 54-year-old Pearl Anderson drove to Nevada in the middle of the night.
I took a nap in the afternoon before I went to work and dreamed of buckets of money pouring out of the machine. I told my husband about it when he came home, and he told me to go to Reno.
Anderson has 5 children and 18 grandchildren and works evenings as a nurse's assistant at a hospital. She left for Reno after work, arrived at 2 a.m., and headed straight for the slot machines at the Club Cal Nueva. On her second try at the $3 millionaire slot machine, 5 sevens appeared on the register. Bells rang and buzzers went off, and the crowd clapped and cheered.
Speaking questions 1 and 2. Get it right. Pronunciation.
Pronunciation or pronunciation.
Skills for the TOEIC test. Speaking and writing. Copyright HarperCollins Publishers 2012. Story 1. Dream Jackpot. Page 2. Good news, bad news. Exercise 1. 2 people are talking about the story. Listen to the story. Then check the best question.
A woman from Oakland, California dreamed of money pouring out of a slot machine, then drove to Nevada and hit the $1 million slot machine jackpot. 54-year-old Pearl Anderson drove to Nevada in the middle of the night.
I took a nap in the afternoon before I went to work and dreamed of buckets of money pouring out of the machine. I told my husband about it when he came home, and he told me to go to Reno.
Anderson has 5 children and 18 grandchildren and works evenings as a nurse's assistant at a hospital. She left for Reno after work, arrived at 2 a.m., and headed straight for the slot machines at the Club Cal Nueva. On her second try at the $3 millionaire slot machine, 5 sevens appeared on the register. Bells rang and buzzers went off, and the crowd clapped and cheered.
Skills for the TOEIC test. Speaking and writing. Copyright.
Okay, let's go back to here. So this is discuss about dreams, right? Have you heard the conversation? Yes? Hello?
Yes,
Student?
ma'am.
Okay, who takes a nap? Do you want to take a nap right now during my class? No? Who takes a nap? Who takes a nap? On the thing?
The woman.
The woman. Okay, now let's talk about you. Where do you take a nap? Where?
In my
In
bedroom.
my bedroom.
Of course, do not sleep on the living room. Yeah. Okay, even in the garden, it's dangerous. Okay, have you ever had a dream during a nap?
Yes, I have.
Okay, is that bad dream or good dream? Bad dream or good dream? Do you usually have a bad dream or good dream? Bad news or good news? Yes?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes
Oh,
it's bad.
sometimes good, sometimes it's bad. It depends on the date of the month, miss. Why? Because at the end of the month, I will dream about Indomie, right? Okay, about having meals. Okay. Can you remember the dream of yours? Yes?
Sometimes I can remember and sometimes I can't.
Okay. Who has had a funny dream? Have you ever laughed during your dream? You laughed during your sleep. Sorry. Have you ever had funny dream? Have you ever had funny dream? No one? Have you ever had a frightening dream?
Yes.
Bad trip.
Okay. Have you ever had a dream that comes true? Become prince or princess?
No.
No. Okay, let's go to the grammar for a while. So if you mention in here, have you ever had a dream during a nap? Have you ever? And then had verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3 in here? Verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3?
Verb 2.
Okay, think again. Okay. Let me change my question. Have you ever been to Singapore? Been. Verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3?
3.
Verb 3.
Verb 3.
Let's go back to here. Have you ever had a dream during a nap? Verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3?
Verb 2.
Verb 3.
Okay, so I will go to the chat. This is a little bit difficult, yeah, because I use chat for whiteboard. So, okay. Okay, if you confused, have you ever been first? Have you ever been to Singapore? Right? Actually, I talk about experience. Yes or no? Yes. Your experience, traveling experience, right? Have you ever been to Singapore? So been in here, it's verb 3. So when I say have you ever, it must be follow with verb 3. Have you ever? Always follow with verb 3. You have to memorize this. So for example, have you ever read Harry Potter book? This is experience, about your reading experience in the past. Yes or no? Yes. Apakah Anda pernah membaca buku Harry Potter? Ya. Have you ever read? Verb 1, read, right? Verb 2?
Right.
Read. Verb 3?
Read.
Read. Okay. Okay, so have you ever read Harry Potter book? So it happens in the past, but you don't know the time exactly. Yes or no? Yes. So when you say, have you read Harry Potter book? The answer is, if yes, short sentence. Yes, I. Have you ever read Harry Potter book? If short sentence, yes, I.
Have.
Yes, I have.
Ever.
Not yes, I do. No, because it starts with yes, I have. If negative, no, I.
No, have
No,
not.
I have not.
Haven't.
No,
I have.
Not.
I
Haven't.
haven't read Harry Potter book. Or you can say, I have never read Harry Potter book. Have you ever been to Singapore? Yes, I have. Have you ever been to Malang? Yes, I have. It will follow with past simple, but I just want to discuss about experience first. So if you talk about experience, have you ever tried chicken satay? Have you
Yes.
ever tried chicken satay?
I have
Yes,
tried.
yes.
I have. Okay, if no, no, I haven't. If you know the time exactly, we will go to past simple. So if you say yes, have you ever read Harry Potter book? Yes, I have. And then you want to know the time exactly. So when did you read Harry Potter book? The answer is I. When did you read Harry Potter book? I read
Harry Potter book
I read Harry Potter book when?
yesterday.
Okay, very good. Okay, so if you notice, if you want to ask about experience, if have you ever, it must be about experience. Have you ever had bad dream? Have you ever been to Singapore? Have you ever read Harry Potter book? If you say yes, yes, I have. If yes, I have, you can go to the next question using past simple. So have you ever read? We use it present perfect. So we use present perfect for asking and talking about experience. Okay, asking and talking about experience. Is asking and talking about experience, we use present perfect. The form is have with verb 3. Have you ever? Have you ever read Harry Potter book? Yes, I have. If yes, I have, so it happened in the past. already happened. That's why you want to know the time exactly. If you want to know the time exactly, you will go to past simple. When did you read Harry Potter book? If you want to ask something in the past, when did you read? Did follow with verb 1. So you don't say when did you reading? No. When did you read? No. So when did with verb 1, the answer is I read I verb plus verb 2. I read Harry Potter book and then the time about yesterday. So when you know the time exactly, we use past simple. But if you don't know the time exactly, you go to present perfect. So present perfect for asking and talking about experience, and then past simple using, we talk about the past. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, have you ever done TOEIC test? Yes? Hello? Okay.
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. So you don't go to past simple. Have you ever been to Bali? Have you ever been to Bali?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. When did you go there? When did you go there? I go, verb-nya apa?
I went
I went to Bali.
to Bali on 2017.
Okay. If for year, we use in. If for days, we use on. Okay. So I went to Bali in 2017. Okay, you can say I went to Bali in 2017 or 2017. Very good. Did you go there with your family? Yes or no?
No.
Did you go? No. No, I?
No, I
went there with my friends.
Okay. So listen my question carefully again. Did you go there with your family?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. And then I
went there with my family.
with my family. Excellent. Did you go there with your family?
No, I didn't.
Loh, tadi katanya pergi dengan keluarga.
My
Okay.
friends.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Nah, jadi Anda jangan bingung, ya. Kalau pertanyaannya apa, jawabannya apa? Misalnya gini, did you go there with your family? Yang diingat-ingat itu depannya, did you? Berarti, yes, I did. No, I didn't. Kalau have you ever been to Bali? No, I haven't. Yang diingat apa depannya? Okay, so today you have learned about present simple for daily routine. You can use it for daily routine. It could be for daily routine at work, or maybe for opening and closing time, for starting and finishing time, and then for arriving and departure, for arriving times. It could be for train or maybe for plane, yeah. And also you have learned about present perfect and past simple. So let's go back to the script. You have heard about the story about the dream, right? That's why we use have you ever had a dream during the nap? So if you have a test, if you read that about experience, kalau ditanya kira-kira formnya yang benar yang mana, dilihat kalau have you ever, ya sudah jelas ini berarti verb 3. Yeah, if it's daily routine, we use verb 1. If we talking about something in the past, you know the time exactly, we use past simple, berarti pasti verb 2. So we use verb 3 for experience. Okay, still confused? Hello? Anyone?
Clear enough, Miss.
Oh, clear enough, yeah. So it's about the experience. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's go back to the listening again. Do you want to listen once again before we go to question number 2? No?
Yes, Miss.
Do you want to listen again? No? Yes. Okay, please kindly. What time is it now? So I will play it once, yeah? Okay, let me play the...
Story 1. Dream Jackpot. Page 2. Good news, bad news. Exercise 1. Two people are talking about the story. Listen to the story. Then check the best question.
A woman from Oakland, California dreamed of money pouring out of a slot machine, then drove to Nevada and hit the $1 million slot machine jackpot. 54-year-old Pearl Anderson drove to Nevada in the middle of the night.
I took a nap in the afternoon before I went to work and dreamed of buckets of money pouring out of the machine. I told my husband about it when he came home, and he told me to go to Reno.
Anderson has 5 children and 18 grandchildren and works evenings as a nurse's assistant at a hospital. She left for Reno after work, arrived at 2 a.m., and headed straight for the slot machines at the Club Cal Nueva. On her second try at the $3 millionaire slot machine, 5 7s appeared on the register, bells rang, and buzzers went off, and the crowd clapped and cheered.
Speaking questions 1 and 2. Walk through. What you'll do. Sample response. The city's annual summer festival will take place next.
Okay, let's go back to here. So this is the last question. What is she dreaming about? She is dreaming about? She is dreaming about what?
Winning jackpot.
Okay, what is jackpot? Jackpot is?
Is a big prize in gambling.
Mhm. Okay, can you read it for us, this one?
All this is.
Yeah, this is one only.
Oh yes. A jackpot is a big prize in gambling. The expression to hit the jackpot can also be used to mean to be lucky. For example, a speaker might say, "What a lucky day. First I got a seat on the train, then I went to the store to buy a book. And it was on sale. Finally, on the way home, I found some money on the street. I really hit the jackpot today."
Okay, thank you. So, is her dream good or bad? So you can answer, always back to the question. Her dream
It's
is
good.
good. How do you know? How do you know?
The expression.
Okay, very good. So when you listen carefully, you will grab the word, for example, take a nap. Take a nap berarti tidur siang. Take a nap related with dream. And then what kind of dream? About winning or hit the jackpot. If hit the jackpot, it must be a good dream. Okay. Okay, so what is she dreaming about? This is present continuous. So when we are talking, it still continues. This is like, I am studying. So when I'm talking, we are studying. So at the moment I'm speaking, it's still happening, right? So something like that. Okay, so I think you can answer carefully and also listen carefully. I think it's enough for today. Yeah, so I've already added some grammars, although maybe you are a little bit confused, but hopefully you can understand when you have to use present simple. Again, present simple using for something routine, or maybe about the schedule. It could be about the theater or the opening closing time, about the shop or anything, or maybe about my class. Yeah, and then you have learned about your experience. Experience we use have you ever and then verb 3. And when they say yes, I have, you will go because you want to know the time exactly. You use past simple to make sure, and then you can use it for checking. Did you go there with your family? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. So when you read it, all the things you have to know if you want to know when it happened exactly, you have to understand the sentence first, and then you can decide what kind of grammar do you want to use, something like that. So you have to think about situation first. Situation. In what situation you use present simple? In what situation you use past simple? In what situation you use present perfect for experience? Okay. So that's enough for today. Have you got any question? Hello? Any question?
No, Miss.
No. Okay. Okay. This is Mr. Aas, yeah. Can you turn on the camera? No?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah. Okay, so before I close, oh, let me see. Why I can't see your face? Let me see. Ah, okay. Mr. Aas, have you ever been to China?
Yes, of course.
No. Yes, yes,
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. Okay. When did you go there?
When I was go there, and then I will go there.
No, when did you go there?
Oh,
When did you go
do you
there?
mean my planning to go there again? Did your question? Is it your question?
Okay, so let me
Yeah.
let me start again. So about this, right? We talk about experience in the past. Experience in the past.
Experience.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I'm still studying right now, but in the future I will go there.
Okay.
So it
So
may
I see. You want to go there in the future. Okay. So I will ask about
yes.
another experience. Have you ever read Java Post newspaper?
Of course, I have. I'm reading right now.
Okay, really? Okay. When did you read Java Post newspaper? When?
I read
Mm-mm.
newspaper in the morning. This morning,
Okay.
today.
This morning, excellent. This morning, it's in the past. Okay. Did you read it by yourself or with your friends?
No, I'm read it by myself.
Okay. Yes, I read it by myself. Okay. Verb 2, the answer, because it's already happened this morning. So thank you. That's how do we use it? Okay. Last question, because you are the oldest student. Okay. When does my class finish?
Your class finished at 9 p.m.
Okay, it finishes or finishes?
Finishes.
With S or no
Finishes.
S? Excellent, thank you. You can get the point. Okay.
Yeah, just recall my English, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So actually, when people say that grammar is not important, sadly to say, grammar is important because we will know when it happened exactly. So it's happened in the past, or you don't know the time exactly. So is that routine or not routine? So if it's routine, it's like you go to the office, for example. It's routine because routine you use verb 1. I go. Okay. You read newspaper every day. So I read newspaper every day. Read because this is routine. Read with verb 1. But for experience, have you ever been to China? When you say yes, that's your experience. We use present perfect. Have with have you ever, and then with verb 3. If you want to know the time exactly, you go to past simple. When did you go there? I went there last week. And then you can go for checking. Did you go there by yourself? No, I didn't. I went there with my family. Did you enjoy at that time? Yes, I enjoyed it. Top one. Okay, maybe it's a little bit confusing. Sometimes for my class, I will use a specific PPT, but I think it will be confusing for TOEIC class. But at least you will know when you have to use the grammar. Okay, any question for from the young student in here? Hello? No question. Oke, kayaknya udah ketiduran semua ini Pak Aas.
No,
Baiklah.
Miss.
Aja. Iya. Ya, tadi Mas Desi sampai lupa nyalain kamera ya. Setelah saya baru sadar waktu mau cari listening tadi, lo gimana sih jadi nggak kelihatan. Oke, oke. So I think it's enough for today. Ya, thank you for coming and see you next lesson. Ya, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
See
Thank
you.
you,
Nice
ma'am.
dream. Have a nice dream. Don't have a bad dream ya. Oke, oke. Thank you. See you. Mas Desi izin leave ya. Pak As, monggo. Sudin, Mas Desi izin leave ya. Selamat beristirahat.